let's talk about Goop first, because you guys really want to have this conversation.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Well, so we're talking about Gwyneth Paltrow's company, Goop, which is such a weird name for a company. Anyway, this week she has, or the company has kind of got in trouble, I suppose you could say. And
You could definitely say that.
Yeah, yeah. An expensive trouble. So anyway, on their website, have you ever been to the Goop website and seen some of the products on there?
Just today, but yes.
It's fairly alternative, okay? You
Right.
could say it's alternative health solutions.
Holistic, right?
I always find myself turning back into a marketer all the time when I'm talking about stuff
Alternative
like
health
this.
solutions. Is that what they're calling snake oil
So,
these days?
Gwyneth is very into her kind of alternative medicine and that kind of thing. So, on the website, they've had these, I don't even really know what to call these. They're like egg-shaped crystals, okay, that you kind of insert internally into your vagina. Okay? This is going to be a great
I believe
topic.
the term is insert vaginally, but
Okay,
yes, go on.
Whatever. Okay? I didn't know you were such an expert on this topic.
Wow.
All right? Anyway, so the reason for it, okay, is that it's supposed to help you get better connected to the power within you.
Oh,
Okay?
which is in your hoo-ha.
Yeah. Didn't you know that our power comes
I
from
did
there?
not know that.
Okay, so there's two different kinds.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
So for $66 US, which is $92, you can buy a dark nephrite jade egg, which increases sexual energy and pleasure. Okay. Or
Sounds
for
good.
US $55, you can get a heart-activating rose quartz egg for those who want more positive energy and love. Okay. And basically on the website, it promises that these eggs increase vaginal muscle tone, hormonal balance.
Can you describe what that means, please?
What?
What do you mean?
Did you say increased vaginal
Muscle
what?
tone.
Muscle tone.
Yes.
I did not know the vagina was a muscle.
Everything's a
it's
muscle,
all
technically, isn't it?
It's
No.
all muscle in there.
The penis isn't a muscle.
What is it? A
It's
balloon?
just blood vessels and flesh.
Well, the vagina definitely has muscles
Good to
in
know.
there.
Right.
That's what
And
that
there
ad you
are-
keep seeing of those people humping the roof, humping the air above them. They're right, and they're like,
What?
What?
they're working out the
Oh,
There's
it's
like a
called
whole
Kegel exercises.
Kegel exercise.
Yeah.
That's what your muscles in your thing are
Yeah.
is called, right? Kegel.
No. No. I think Kegel comes from the person who invented those exercises.
Ah,
It's they're
smart
not.
marketing.
Yeah. Anyway, so when you use these eggs, you can increase your vaginal muscle tone.
But they're not actually eggs, though, right?
They're egg-shaped.
They're shaped like eggs.
They're shaped like an egg.
But
That's
they're
why they're called eggs.
crystals.
But they're crystals, yes.
Are they mined from something? Like what? Where do they come from?
So you can get dark nephrite,
Mm-hmm.
which is some kind of crystal, or you can get rose quartz.
It says jade or quartz.
Yes.
Right. So you're putting rocks in your vagina,
It's
essentially.
crystals.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't say that like that's different from rocks.
They're minerals.
But it's not
You
a
will
rock.
literally kick quartz when you walk around.
Yeah, but
on
like
the
look at
street.
the picture. It's not. They're not rocks.
They've been polished.
Of course they have.
They are rocks.
But so
they're
is a
probably they're
diamond.
not that big though.
So is a
right? They
diamond a
can't be
rock,
that
but
big.
you
So
know,
it's still a rock. You're putting rock in
Wait,
your vagina.
it
You're saying
comes
crystals like that makes it
from
better.
the ground.
It's still not going to do anything more than
I
a
don't
rock,
mean
though.
this in a joking fashion, but how big are they?
Look at them.
I didn't really have a look.
I just googled it.
they
I'm not sure if
couldn't-
that's an actual
They
thing.
couldn't be like. We're not talking like they're like. They'd have to be smaller than a chicken egg. Okay.
Right.
Because like otherwise it's just gonna be too hard to get.
This is a chart of which one's good for you.
Can you put goop on that search
Yeah,
and see if you get the
yeah.
same thing?
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let's just keep
That's
going.
yoni.
So
No,
it
they
can
use
also
meat.
help with hormonal balance and feminine energy in general. Now, what do you think is feminine energy? How would you
Oh
describe?
no! Oh no! Oh, no.
Those are huge.
Oh, no.
I was like thinking pebbles.
I was thinking pebbles too.
I thought that was an exaggeration. That's actually how big they are.
That's not that big.
Look at the fingers.
That's probably like this big.
Okay, so it's about an egg shaped.
It's smaller than an egg.
But not much smaller.
Okay, whatever.
It's like a round egg.
It's like a quail egg.
Yes.
Aren't quail eggs like that big?
No, that's emu eggs.
Oh.
Quail are like that big.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick's asking who looks for tone in the vaginal area. Trust me, you guys want us to have tone, okay? Just saying.
Like,
It just helps for your pleasure.
I imagined a
Okay.
vagina
All right.
singing.
Anyway.
just then.
Anyway, let's
good
keep
tone.
going. All right. Anyway, these eggs have a bit of a reputation, okay?
How much are these eggs?
Oh, I said that before.
You did, but I forgot.
US 66, US 55.
Ah, okay. They're not too much.
Per egg.
They're not too much. I mean, considering
They
that they
have
are a
sold-
crystal.
Are they
Like-
organic?
Like if you were going to go and buy a jade bangle, for example, it's going to cost you probably more than US $55.
Really?
Yeah.
Jade's not that expensive.
Well, I don't know. I go to Paddy's Market
Quartz is
and buy
definitely
the
not that
knockoff.
expensive.
Anyway,
Like, you
It's
imagine
very
going to
common.
like one of those like opal or like stone kind of jewelry stores and going like,
I'm
think
not
you've
sure
bought it at
where
that
this,
point.
this
Can I-
came from.
I need to look
this
at
is very
this
new
in
agey.
reference to putting it inside me. That's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It is totally weird.
Right.
So anyway, they had a bit of backlash last year, and they had a girl called Shiva Rose kind of do a Q&A on their website.
Of course.
So she describes the use of the eggs as an incredible secret practice by concubines in ancient Chinese temples. Okay, so this is
That's
very
racist.
ancient. Okay, so she
Ancient
says
Chinese secret, huh?
this practice is nearly as old as time. Right? Many find value in it, even if modern day research hasn't caught up yet.
Of course.
Okay. Rose recommended tips for maintaining a jade egg. Okay, do you want to know the tips?
Yeah.
All right.
Just the tips.
If you feel like it's been drained of energy, recharge it in the full moon just the way you would a crystal.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Oh, just like I do
So,
with my other crystals.
Yeah, so all she's saying is like, if you feel like it's kind of not working, then
Charged enough.
on a full moon,
Hmm.
just put it out and it will recharge
The stone.
the stone.
Okay.
Because that's what happens with normal crystals.
This is like when we went to that house for Dips. Anyway, Dips engagement. That lady was the same.
Yeah.
There was crystals everywhere.
Crystal people.
Crystal
They're
people.
an interesting folk, aren't
That's
they?
I am very racist against crystal people.
You always
Wait, why?
I immediately dismiss them as human beings. If you're a crystal
Oh my
person.
or
god.
intelligent human
I
beings, I think
actually-
is what he's saying.
No, as human beings.
All right.
Nah, yeah, as intelligent. I
It's
automatically
very big.
assume that you have no critical thinking faculties
Why is that?
because there's like absolutely
What, you think it's
nothing
just
to
a placebo?
crystals being charged up by the moon. Zero.
But do you think there's something
They're
in
called crystals.
crystals?
There's nothing actually different with them and rocks. It's just the structure in the crystals makes them transparent to light.
Yeah,
So-
but do you
and
think
that property alone-
structure and that property creates some kind of energy?
No, I mean you're disappearing from my vision right now.
So it doesn't store energy at all.
Just to be clear, I do not own any crystals, but I do like
But
the
you're
look-
interested. You're curious.
Okay. Like,
tell.
I'm interested in anything, right? Like,
She is. She's pretty easy.
like if you sold me this on Instagram for less than $50, I'm probably gonna buy it.
The vaginal ones?
No,
Yeah, I was gonna say it. Jesus.
You know what? I could kind of see how it would help muscle tone. Because you got to like
What
hold
if
it
it
in
got
there.
stuck
You've
or
gotta-
something though?
You got to hold it in there,
you've
right?
got exactly. That's
So you got to
how-
use the
You
muscle
don't-
to
That's
do it.
how it increases the muscle tone
Right.
Right.
because you're like squeeze.
I mean, that side of it actually makes a lot of sense. So I can see why these Chinese concubines are doing it. I don't think you need to charge it up in the moon, though.
I don't think so. But, obviously the California government doesn't think so either.
Right.
Because they got a big fine this week $145,000 in civil penalties this week from the state of California because they are claiming that it has medical benefits on their website.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if you're an alternative health company, you cannot claim that this is going to...
You can't claim things that aren't proven.
Yes.
Even like, I think that company Pom Wonderful, they got in trouble for making claims about cranberry juice that weren't substantiated. So it's not just like weird whacked out stuff people who can get in trouble. Like even vitamin supplements have very little evidence that they actually work. So they're very qualified. They're very qualified with how they say when they think it's going to benefit you. They'll say it could benefit you, or they'll be very careful with their language. You can't just say it's going to help you. These guys used to sell a coffee enema.
Oh, yeah.
Like coffee up your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A kit to insert coffee
Yes.
into your anal region.
Is it ground or full coffee bean?
I think it's liquid coffee because it's an enema.
It's supposed to be amazing.
What, does it give you a caffeine hit? What is it?
It probably does, I think. Yeah.
Because alcohol through your butt gets you drunk like crazy, like, right?
Yep.
Have you tried it?
It's called butt chugging, I believe.
I wonder if those guys are trying it.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Bulldogs
gosh.
tried that on Mad
It's a thing.
Monday.
Heaps of people were getting injured because they did it.
Oh my goodness.
There was on one of those like weird obsession shows, you know, like that you find
Like where they eat styrofoam.
Yeah. This lady did like she got so obsessed with the coffee enema, and she was just putting it all like after she did the enema.
Was she frothing it first? Sorry.
She would do the enema in the bathroom, and then she would just go and put everything in the dishwasher and wash it. It was disgusting.
Put what in the dishwasher?
Like, you know.
Oh no, that shouldn't go in a dishwasher.
No.
No.
Why not?
It's all going to be in there. Dishwashers aren't clean places.
Aren't they?
Well, like it all goes into the filters and the pipes and stuff, right?
Well, if you change the filter, it'd stay pretty clean, right?
If you clean your dishwasher, but
Yeah.
I
Not
don't
that
think
many
people do that very often.
It was pretty disgusting.
Yeah, that's gross.
Nice.
Anyway, that's what she's in trouble for. Lots of people are up in arms with her alternate health solutions.
We've almost hit the hour already.
What?
Wow. That's I'm happy to
want
miss
to
my
talk
one.
So it's either your topic or your second topic.
No,
Which
do
one
the
do you
Uber
want?
one.
Okay.
Who wants to talk about Trump anyway?
Let's talk about Uber.
We kind of already did.
Yeah,
I
true.
had the slowest Uber driver tonight, which is not the story that we're talking about
When did you get an Uber? Tonight.
from the train station.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ev must have been tired.
No. There's a whole other story around that, but I'm not saying.
Her crystals
Anyway.
weren't charged, all right?
It was a full moon.
It wasn't a full moon. She hadn't left it out on the full moon. You
I
got to wait a
off
whole
at
month.
different train
You
station.
have to wait a whole month
Okay.
to charge them up again.
I ordered it, and then it took like ages to get there. And then once I got in the car, I realized, now I know why it's taking ages, because you're like a 40 driver. It was just like...
As in
going on.
40 years old? Or?
No,
Speed limit.
The
as
speed
in,
limit.
like speed limit.
Ah.
And he had an Alfa Romeo and everything. And it was like, oh, come on, Grandpa. And I wanted to give him a 4 stars.
I can appreciate.
But I feel like...
At least
just-
it's being safe, though. You can't be that angry at him.
Oh, my gosh.
40, was he actually driving at 40 k's an
Well,
hour?
it wasn't just that. It was like literally every turn he has to stop and let all the cars go. And then
I
we can go.
appreciate that kind of person.
Oh, no. I just want to get to my destination. But one of the, not rules, but one of the suggestions that Uber has put forward, which we will get into in the story, is not to be a backseat driver. So I thought, I want to keep my good rating. I'm not going to say anything.
That's baloney, though, because all of them ask you if you have a route you want to go.
It's fine if they ask you. But have you ever been in an Uber with somebody else and they're like, get into this lane and get into this lane? I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
That's
We know the same people.
And then he's like, you changed the radio station? I've been in some great Ubers.
Can you
Uber
find
stories are the best.
Can you find out what that person's rating is?
I don't want to know.
It's
Anyway,
probably actually bad.
It's probably very bad. It might even be below 4.
What
Anyway,
happens if
okay.
that happens?
All right, so this week, what happened with Uber is that in Australia and New Zealand, they have announced that anyone who has any rider who has a rating below 4 is going to be banned from riding for 6 months.
That's
in an Uber.
That's pretty
a long
harsh.
time.
Yeah. Can you use Lyft instead?
Well, I assume you can.
Or Taxify. Or any of the
Well,
other
apparently
20
Taxify
things.
is cheaper. I don't know. I
Not
can't
anymore.
be bothered. Oh, really?
It was.
Oh,
It
well,
was
there you
heaps
go.
cheaper.
So, yeah. So the Uber general manager in Australia and New Zealand, her name's Susan Anderson. She announced this week. And so basically what's going to happen is that if you are dropping in ratings to 4, you're going to get a reminder notification, okay, on your phone saying you need to pick up your game. Okay, and you're probably they're probably going to give you some tips on how you should behave in an Uber. Okay, so if your rating doesn't improve after that notification, then you'll be sent 2 or 3 further emails to give you a chance to clean up your act. If you don't do this, then you'll be banned from Uber for 6 months.
Wow.
Yes. So she's saying that ideally we don't want people to lose access. We just want an environment of mutual respect. Okay. And so apparently they've been trialing these warnings, and they're actually changing people's behaviors.
So they say your rating has to improve afterwards, right?
Yes.
So do you only trigger the warning when you dip below?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is so dumb. I'm a bloody immaculate Uber person.
Rider.
Rider. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am bloody great. I'm super polite. I talk to the guy. We always have a good old yarn.
Mm-hmm.
I give them 5 unless they do like 10 dramatically annoying things. I think the lowest I've ever given was a 3, and that was once. Every other person I've given has been a 5.
What
every
did that
time.
3 person do?
Was that an airport one?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was something where he'd clearly done something wrong, and he was just lying to me.
Right.
Wasn't it you were waiting at the airport and it took them ages to
No,
come?
he wouldn't like get me off the fare, and it took him like 40 minutes to get to me.
Yes.
Ah.
Where I was watching other Ubers come past.
Mm.
And I was like,
Oh, wait. How are you supposed to handle that? Because I think mine is like, my rating is 4.6. I haven't used a lot of Ubers, and I remember once I just like can't. It was like my first time using the app.
so you don't.
I
wanna
didn't
cancel
understand.
'cause
I
it
was
can
like-
affect it.
Because like the guy just kept going to other places, and I was like,
Yeah.
why am I watching this guy go somewhere else? And
And
there's all these other Uber drivers around.
he called me, and he's like, "Oh, can you cancel it?" I'm like, "No, you bloody terrorist! You cancel it. You're the one who can't get here." I was like,
Yes. Well, apparently 9 out of 10 Aussie Uber users have a rating of 4.5 or higher.
"You've got to be pretty bad to go under 4."
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
I
apparently.
think
So,
I think I could manage it though on my. I've honestly been in like an Uber 3 times. It starts at 5. I've already dropped
are
0.4.
you serious?
Yeah, because I don't know. I guess there's that time I cancelled, and there's another time when the pin wouldn't drop where it actually was, and then it dropped, and
Uber
then I was
drivers
like,
hate
I'm
that.
not there. How am I meant to tell? Like, what do I do?
That happened to me tonight as well.
Right.
And
That's
I
so
was-
annoying. Why
and
can't
I
you
wanted
move
to
the
like
pin?
update him with my actual location,
You usually
Yeah.
just got to call them
But
when that's
yeah.
happened.
Right.
but he found me anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So she reckons the vast majority of riders will not be affected by this. And incidentally, she actually has a rating of 4.82.
That's your rating.
I have 4.87.
Oh wow. Okay.
Just saying. Yeah. I'm proud of my rating, although I used to be a 4.9
Wow.
and I have dropped. So I've done something wrong.
Wow.
I think it was the time I went to the airport and forgot my wallet, and so he had to come all the way back to work. He was pretty pissed.
Didn't you get more money for that?
Yes, that's what I said to him. I was like, at the
understand
end
how
of the
Uber
day,
works.
you're getting more money.
I don't
Anyway.
get how the rider reviews work, because they can't just be giving you 4 or 5 stars. They must be giving you like 4 point something, right?
No, they give you stars as well. Because I
It's-
saw the
it's got to
screen.
be it's got to be more detailed though, right?
So basically, they have the stars, and then then if you give like less than 5 or something, it comes up with what went wrong here, and so you kind of like can click some things, Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a few things that stress Uber drivers out. Okay. One of them is asking to be picked up in unsafe locations. So things like no standing zones and bus zones and all of that. Definitely done that.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, I'm just getting in the car.
Exactly. That one bothers me.
Pretty sure one of those stands that is illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, conversation is another one. Okay. So she's saying we're all busy and sometimes we just want to sit there and check our phones. And you don't have to talk to the driver all the way through the trip, but saying hello and goodbye makes a big difference.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
I
saying
thought you meant
should.
like talking was bad.
Yeah, no.
Ah.
I usually
Okay.
say I've got to answer some emails. Is that okay? I'm a bloody polite.
I
can't
never
believe
ask
nothing's
if it's
so low.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
her rating-
like-
her rating's higher than yours.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, but so wait, where am I? So she's saying like remember that drivers are providing their own time and their own car. So it's important to think about them when you're booking your ride.
What?
I'm like, well, they're also getting paid.
Yeah, that doesn't
Like
make
it
sense
doesn't
at
make
all.
any sense. But they have some tips. Do you want to hear the tips for staying above a 4?
Yes.
Okay. Say good day. That's the first tip.
That's
Okay.
racist.
All right. Making sure that you get in there and you're like, hey, how you going?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Don't be a slammer.
Mm.
Okay? Uber drivers apparently hate it when you slam the door.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
I made the mistake of trying to close one's boot once when it was an automatically closing one. And it was like I'd shot his children in the head.
I reckon if you're precious
Right.
about your car, you should not be driving
That's
an Uber.
that's honestly where my rating come back, because I actually told him to piss off.
Oh, really?
Because he got that angry at me that I was like, piss off. Seriously.
Wow.
Can we just go? Yeah.
Oh, so you were getting into the car. This was
Yeah.
the start of the trip.
It was
Oh,
like-
that would have been
Oh,
awkward.
dear.
I was like, I can't read your mind. I can't read the model of this car that it has an automatic closing door. Like, it really
No,
wasn't obvious.
exactly.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't like a sliding door.
Well-
it was like an up and down door.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't think I've ever slammed the door, but like I have an older car that has quite a heavy door, right? So
Yeah.
I have to like, give it a good
Give
push
it
to
some
close
oomph.
it. So when I'm in other people's cars, I automatically go to do that.
Yeah,
And I get
can
in
relate.
trouble from them because
Yeah.
nobody apparently likes their door slammed.
Yeah.
And
But
so I'm
what's
very
worse?
conscious of the
It's
slamming
completely
of
different
the door.
depending on what car you're in, though, so it's hard to
Yes.
judge that.
And what's worse, the door slamming or the door not closing properly?
Oh,
Yeah.
true. So that's one of them. Keep your rubbish to yourself.
Oh,
So
that's
make sure you
fair.
take your rubbish with you.
Yeah.
Location is everything. So please be at where the pin is. So don't drop the pin in the wrong
What if the
okay.
pin
Location.
just goes, oh, you're up on this bloody overpass here? I'm like, no, I'm not.
And then don't be a backseat driver
Hmm.
is the last one.
I get in the front seat.
Actually, my friend called me once and she was taking her first Uber ride.
Also, like, don't throw up in the Uber, right? Isn't that some of the things that
That's
give
a
people a
great
bad...
one.
It didn't have anything about
That's a great
alcoholics.
The number of people who actually
Look.
had below 4 was just like a couple of thousand.
Yeah.
Right? So it's
Yeah.
a very small percentage
It's
of
a
people.
small
I'd imagine
percentage.
they're mostly doing some very inappropriate things. Like, I've heard stories of people, like, coming onto the driver sexually while they're trying to drive. or
Absolutely. So
throwing
they've
up in the
also
car.
reminded people that sexual advances are inappropriate, as
is.
well as asking people if they're single or anything like that. Or even going and visiting somebody, like your Uber driver, after they've driven you somewhere.
Is asking someone if they're single...
It's
inappropriate?
unacceptable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Childish Gambino actually narrated a video on what's appropriate at work and what's not appropriate at work. It's a pretty great
Is that at
video.
work?
Mm.
Yeah, I guess it's at work because they're doing a service. Yeah, all right.
I
What if you
you ask
contest unfair ratings?
What if you
last
ask your bartender at a bar if they're single?
Mm.
They're working.
night? Okay, we're going way over time.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, do you know what? If I hadn't watched Black Mirror, I'd probably be okay with this. But because I've watched that Black Mirror episode about the star ratings, I feel like this is going in a very bad direction of society. Does anybody else think that way?
Does this there was someone who started a site where you could review other people. Do you remember that? That someone
No,
came
but
up with
that's
an
exactly
idea.
the Black Mirror
Yeah.
episode.
Is it Facebook? Anyway. 'Cause that's what
I don't
Starbucks
know.
are.
Like, sure, I want Uber drivers to be safe, and you do probably have to do some pretty bad things. to
It
get
sounds
a full
like they've
rating.
really adjusted it to be a
But-
very small percentage of people.
But like, what if you accidentally did something? Like, you accidentally.
Yeah, I was a first time user. I
Cancelled
was like,
for the
I don't
first
know how
time.
this works, but there's a car closer to me, so I'm just going to go with that one.
Yeah.
And this guy keeps
I
going in
think,
a different direction.
Like with anything with Uber, you can just call them and fix it up.
What do you mean?
Like when there's been an accident where you've been charged twice and things like that, you can always call them, and they never ask for proof or anything. They always just kind of fix.
I didn't know
whatever
you
your
could
problem
call
is.
Uber.
Yeah,
So-
they got great customer service.
Yeah, but I think the problem is that there is no visibility around ratings. So you can't see what rating they gave you.
Or why they gave it.
Yeah. And so, like,
But it has to be.
if
like
you
that.
had a bit of a bad run or something, I mean, look, let's face
As
it.
in you had the runs in the car?
There's
That would
two
be a bad
reasons-
thing.
You're revving up.
I
when
know,
we're supposed to be
right?
winding down.
There's two reasons you ride in an Uber, okay? One for work,
Yeah.
possibly to get to the airport or something.
Yeah.
And two, because you're drunk and you need to get home. They're the only two reasons that I'm driving in an Uber.
What if
okay?
you just want to... You don't have a car.
What if your car's at the mechanic and you
What
need
if you need to
Uber
go
back
somewhere?
home?
and
Gosh,
you don't
I'm
have
saying
transport?
in general.
Don't
in
deal in
general,
absolutes, you
guys,
Sith Lord.
okay?
Anyway,
What if you're traveling?
anyway, what if you're at a film festival? You need to go from one theater to another theater. Dave?
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
Well, I'm just saying, in my experience, they're the only
What
reasons
if you
I
live in
drive
the
an
city
Uber.
and there's no point owning a
And-
car?
Oh, but you don't want to be driving in an Uber.
Anyway, that's it for
Anyway.
Trend Settings episode 104. What do you think about ratings? What do you think about Uber? What do you think about racism? What do you think about Colin Kaepernick? What do you think about getting photoed while you're naked? What do you think about vaginal crystals or rocks
Oh
in
my
your veg?
gosh. Crystals in general.
And just vaginal tone in general.
Yeah. How important is it to you?
When you sing through
Give us a
vaginal,
star
what's your
rating.
tone like?
Of how important vaginal tone is to you.
Mine's a baritone. Anyway,
Gosh.
we'll be back next week. Same Facebook time, same Facebook place. Let us know how we went. Review us. Tell us to your friends.
Give us a rating.
Yeah.
5 stars preferably.
5 stars. You can say whatever you want as long as you just click 5 stars. I'm always like that. I'm like, say something negative, but give us 5.
I don't think that's how it works.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but
I can see why you would want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I
you
think
want
everyone
feedback.
gets
You
that.
Maybe
just want the
just
5 stars.
give us
Yeah.
5 stars and say something awesome about us.
No,
Or
be
no,
honest.
we want constructive
You can't
criticism.
cajole nice things. That's like something.
Cajole.
Really?
Anyway, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Bye. You know you left those crystals on the screen that whole time.